to my Lord of the Rings, or should I say Lord of the Reeds journey. It's a couple of days late, but I'm finally going to start on book 2, starting with, of course, chapter 1 of book 2, Many Meetings. Frodo woke and found himself lying in bed. At first he thought that he had slept late after a long, unpleasant dream that still hovered on the edge of the memory. Or perhaps he had been ill. But the ceiling looked strange. It was flat and it had dark beams richly carved. He lay a little while longer looking at patches of sunlight on the wall and listening to the sound of a waterfall. "Where am I, and what is the time?" he said aloud to the ceiling.
"In the house of Elrond, and it is 10 o'clock in the morning,"
said a voice.
"It is the morning of October the 24th, if you want to know."
"Gandalf," cried Frodo, sitting up. There was the old wizard sitting in a chair by the open window.
"Yes," he said, "I am here, and you are lucky to be here too after all the absurd things you have done since you left home."
Frodo lay down again. He felt too comfortable and peaceful to argue, and in any case he did not think he would get the better of an argument. He was fully awake now, and the memory of his journey was returning. The disastrous shortcut through the old forest, the accident at the prancing pony, and his madness in putting on the ring in the den under Weathertop. Against the woven cloths upon the wall, there was a chair under a canopy, and there sat a lady fair to look upon, and so like was she in form of womanhood to Elrond that Frodo guessed that she was one of his close kindred. Young she was, and yet not so. The braids of her dark hair were touched by no frost, her white arms and clear face were flawless and smooth, and the light of stars was in her bright eyes, gray as a cloudless night. Yet queenly she looked, and thought and knowledge were in her glance, as of one who has known many things that the years bring. Above her brow her head was covered with a cap of silver lace netted with small gems, glittering white, but her soft gray raiment had no ornament save a girdle of leaves wrought in silver. So it was that Frodo saw her whom few mortals had yet seen, Arwen, daughter of Elrond, in whom it was said the likeness of Luthien had come on earth again. For a moment, looking back. Elrond was in his chair, and the fire was on his face like summerlight upon the trees. Near him sat the Lady Arwen. To his surprise, Frodo saw that Aragorn stood beside her. His dark cloak was thrown back, and he seemed to be clad in elven mail, and a star shone on his breast. They spoke together, and then suddenly it seemed to Frodo that Arwen turned towards him, and the light of her eyes fell on him from afar and pierced his heart. He stood still enchanted, while the sweet syllables of the elvish song fell like clear jewels of blended word and melody.
"It is a song to Elbereth," said Bilbo. "They will sing that and other songs of the Blessed Realm many times tonight. Come on."
He led Frodo back to his own little room. It opened onto the gardens and looked south across the ravine of the Bruinen. There they sat for some while, looking through the window at the bright stars above the steep climbing woods and talking softly. They spoke no more of the small news of the Shire far away, nor of the dark shadows and perils that encompassed them, but of the fair things they had seen in the world together, of the elves, of the stars, of trees, and the gentle fall of the bright year in the woods. Okay guys, there you go. I hope you continue to come on this journey with me. I thank you that have come on the journey thus far. I'm going to do my best to read at least one paragraph, my favorite paragraph from every chapter ahead of me. But again, no promises. We've been really busy packing. We're going to be moving in 2 weeks and a couple of days. So, until next time, this is the Clumsy Jedi signing off. Bye, guys!